Hello there guys, welcome back to Isaac Football Club. Welcome to the club. If you want to find out what's inside the club, subscribe so you can find out about everything about Chelsea and other things if there's something sweet, interesting. So, crazy week. Frank Lampard, Chelsea manager for a season. That's what Top Ball is telling us it's gonna be. But I have something to say. What about if Frank Lampard do well? He win the Champions League this season. He win all these 10 games left in the Premier League. What's gonna happen? Let me tell you what's gonna happen. If he does that, he's gonna get a full-time job for a long team contract, because that's what Top Ball does. You know, I don't know why they do that. They're businessmen, businesswomen in that club. Why they give 5-year contract to a manager? I just don't get it. That's what they see in business, their business works. But in football, I understand this is their first time, you know, in football, to manage a football club. It's different. You have to be very smart. You have to play game very smart. That's why this time they're saying they're taking time to get a world-class manager. That's why they appoint Frank Lampard as a caretaker. It's so funny because yesterday I watched the press conference. Frank Lampard was saying something there. One reporter, I don't remember her name, she asked him, do you know this job is only up to the end of the season? He didn't answer the question, right? That's worries me. That worries me because you have to answer your questions. You have to. He gave a different opinion. Oh no, I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do, to to give the best to the club, to be a manager like I am. It's so difficult, you know. But when they approached me, it was very easy to accept the job. Because, you know, Chelsea, this is where I belong. Good things. We heard good things in the press conference, you know. Porter did not say all that stuff, you know. I'm just being on a nice way here. I'm not saying I want Frank Lampard for a long time at Chelsea. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the good thing he said in the press conference, that's what the manager is supposed to say. Not you come in a press conference, you're like, yeah, the boys gave everything. Yeah, you know, it's life. No one wants to hear that. Life, we know it's life. We go through stuff. But in football, you cannot always say it's life. You have to stand up and blame yourself if things didn't work, you know. I have to do the best decision. I made mistakes and this. Next week, we'll fix it. That's what managers say. That was a good thing Lampard said something like that. Everybody needed to hear that. But we need a legendary manager, I will say in my way, legendary manager like Luis Enrique. You know, Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte, they have been linked with the Chelsea job. I have that worry in my mind that Frank Lampard is going to get a full-time job. I have that worry in my mind. I just don't know why, you know. I have tried to let Lampard in. I just can't do it. I don't know why. I have that feeling. I'm like, he's gonna fail. It's gonna fail because it's not the first time. We have seen when he was at Chelsea, things didn't go well. He went to Everton, he got sacked. So, I don't know. We'll see tomorrow against Wolves if anything changes. We'll see what he's gonna bring back. So, this appointment started when Chelsea lost to Tottenham. I think that was 3-4 weeks ago, right? Something like that. That's when Chelsea were thinking to appoint Frank Lampard as a caretaker. Check this out. The Times understood that the idea of Lampard was entirely released as early as the last week of February. The final whistle had hardly blown at the Tottenham when the leadership team at Chelsea began talking about the potential need of a dramatic measures. Frank Lampard discussion started 6 weeks ago why Chelsea 10 o'clock back. So Frank Lampard started 6 weeks ago discussion about, you know, this and this and this. And this is what I'm thinking. Maybe Top Ball was thinking, and everybody, okay, if we bring Frank Lampard, he's a Chelsea legend and everyone is gonna love it. But not everyone. Not everyone. Me, I'm annoyed. I'm not like so angry, like why did they do this? I'm just very annoyed. I'm like, why can't we get a manager so these players, you know, they work together? 10 games left, so it'll be good if we get the manager, right? Work with them with these 10 games left and then go to preseason so he knows some players, especially Felix, you know. Those type of players, Felix, what's this? Sterling, there was even Modric, you know. There are some good talents in the Chelsea team. If we get a high quality manager who can get the best out of them, Luis Enrique or Jose Mourinho, Antonio Conte, those managers, they get the best out of these players. I can assure you, Felix will become like Eden Hazard if we put Jose Mourinho in charge, or if we put Antonio Conte, Felix or Luis Enrique. Those guys will become good. I just don't see I don't see Frank Lampard turning these players into Eden Hazard type player, you know, becoming good. I don't see that. This is just me. I just don't see it. Maybe you can see it different. I don't. So, but as I said, I am not like super upset, super upset. No, I'm just annoyed. I don't know what to expect anymore. Sometimes when you go through too much like we have been as the Chelsea fans here, it's, you know, we have that pleasure. You know, we are on edge. That's what I put it. We are on edge. So if we hire a manager we don't like, we'll come out like, what are they doing? You know, because we are on edge. We want sweet. We want our hearts to relax. We want a winning mentality manager. You know, especially in the Champions League, we have something to fight for. That's where I was like, what are we doing? Why you have Frank Lampard? What is this? So, I'll give him a little bit of doubt. So let's see what's gonna happen. Now, let's get into the lineup. Today there was no press conference. I didn't see the press conference. I was checking on YouTube, on the Chelsea website, to find if I can find Frank Lampard talking about the players. I didn't see anything. Maybe he's talking right now as I'm doing a video, I don't know. But this is what I think. No, this is not what I think. This is what Frank Lampard will do tomorrow. Because we know what Frank will do. He will go straight to 4-3-3. When he was at Chelsea, he did 4-3-3. And we finished it in top 4, if I remember. And one thing I have to say, Frank is much better than Potter. Much better, way better than Potter. It is crazy, you see, the timeline. Crazy timeline. We sacked Tuku. Did we sack? No. We sacked Frank. We put Tuku in charge. We sacked Tuku. We put Potter in charge. We sacked Potter. Now is the caretaker, Frank Lampard. Why I'm saying the caretaker, I want everyone to know. Caretaker, it's not a full job yet. It's caretaker. Is here for a season. Just to remind you guys, just so you know, okay? Don't worry. Although you say don't worry, you have to worry, you know? It may get a full time. So, let's get into the write-up and see what Frank is gonna do tomorrow. There we go. In goal, keeper Aliza Balaga stats. There's one thing. Remember, Frank is the one who bought Mendy. Keep in mind that Mendy was bought by Frank Lampard. I feel a little bit excited about in the Champions League because we need Edward Mendy in the Champions League. Maybe you work out, you know? You never know. You just never know. Football is crazy. I'm saying all this stuff about Frank Lampard in the Champions League if it's not going to do well. And if he does well, it's okay. I'll go for it. We just want to win. But there's a chance Edward Mendy is going to start in the Champions League. But tomorrow, I think keeper is going to continue in the goal. Back four, we turn into back four. This is what Frank would do. Frank like back four. He like 3-4-3, like that. So Benchero starts. Koulibaly starts. We know Thiago Silva still out. Fofana looks like he's back. You know, I didn't expect Fofana to be back very soon. He was out for injury for a long time and he came back suddenly. I was like, oh, Fofana is back. He's training with Reece James. Oh my God. So Fofana, Reece James, back four. This is what Frank Lampard would do. You know, without a question. Maybe, we don't know, he's going to go to back three, but I don't think so. He's still training with them, you see. I don't think they will have hard time to catch to his tactic. I don't think, because there's how many players they are there when Frank Lampard was in charge? You know, when Roman Abramovich was at Chelsea. I think there's some few players, there are like 5 players in there, so I don't think they will struggle to catch to his system. So, yeah, back four. In the midfield, Enzo Fernandez starts, of course. You cannot bench Enzo Fernandez. Mr. Kante return. I think Kante will start this one. I think it's fine. We saw that against Liverpool. He was the man of the match. You know, the guy just went... he went 20 years ago and he came back and he was the man of the match. Crazy, you know. It's just Kante. I don't even know what to put him there. He's that good in the midfield. He's good, you know. So he returns. He's starting this Chelsea team right away. Kovacic starts in the midfield, and those 3 midfield, perfect. Enzo, Kante, Kovacic. What more can you ask? What more can you ask? We just need a finisher. If we got the finisher, if we got Didier Drogba, and I think we have a finisher. If I look on Detro Fofana over there, we have a young, fast talent, you know, who can put players up and down, who can put defenders on his back. We have seen that. Fofana can do that. I don't know why they don't start him. So, and I don't think tomorrow is going to start. But the return of Frank Lampard, we know he likes to use young players. So, there we go. Maybe Fofana is going to start tomorrow. Who knows? So, yeah. Now, up top, the son of Frank Lampard return in the team. You cannot do a lineup like this today, especially today, without Mason Mount in the team. You cannot just do that. When Frank Lampard is in charge, you just don't get Mount out. No. Mount is in. My friend, Mount tomorrow is going to play 90 minutes. He hasn't played for a long time, just to tell you. He hasn't played because the form was not good. You know, we were not finding the net all the time. And this is good. We need to rotate, you know. We need to rotate to find goals. It was good. Mount was rested for a long time, so he can put his mind back. We know there's contract situation going on with Chelsea, so that's up to him and the club. But now, tomorrow, I need to see him score goals. He returns in the first team with his father in charge. Felix, I think Felix has to start on top. Mr. Kai Havertz, no. Kai Havertz needs to relax. Needs to stay out of the team. Just like Mount did. Rotate the team. We need to rotate. We need to find some kind of, you know, good form. You need to rotate. So, I will start Felix and Sterling. I see Sterling start because when Frank was in charge, he's the one who brought Sterling, right? If I remember correctly. Oh, no, not Frank. Oh, it's Tuchel who brought Sterling, sorry. So, this is what I think the lineup is going to be. We need to find some goals. We need to find some type of form, as I said, to win the game tomorrow. You know? Frank said something very interesting in the press conference. He said, Chelsea, we don't belong into the 11th place. But sadly, we're in this position. We gotta do something to get out of there. It's something very interesting, but I'm keeping my distance. I am not very close yet. So Chelsea fans, don't get carried away about this appointment. I have seen so many getting excited about Frank Lampard. Proper Chelsea, yeah, he's back home. Calm down, calm your hearts down. Wait. Let's distance ourselves first and just look at the distance. You know, you look at the distance, you do this with your hands and you do that, you know, you were looking at the situation, how it's going. And then at the end, you judge. You judge. As I said, I'm not going to judge yet. I'm just annoyed. I'm just looking at the distance like this. So let's see what's going to happen tomorrow. Chelsea versus Wolves. Hopefully we pick up 3 points. Hopefully we pick up 3 points. Hopefully we find some kind of form somewhere in a planet called Mars. You know, in a planet called what is this? Earth. Now we don't find form on this Earth. We are far away from it. We have to go to another planet, you know, where there is no air, where we can breathe in some kind of oxygen to find a form, you know. When you do that, maybe you find some kind of ghost. You never know. You never know. What? Yeah, so subscribe to the club. Welcome to the club. Welcome. Inside the club, there's some kind of form. If they come here, they'll find some form maybe. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I'll see you tomorrow when Chelsea are done playing with Wolves and we talk about it. Hopefully we win. I'll see you soon. Stay safe wherever you are and God bless.